What's up, friends? It's Kendall, back here again for the fourth installment in our financial friendship. Thank you so much for coming back and spending more time with me. I know your time is precious, and I do appreciate you giving me some of it. To reward you for spending time with me, I do have a challenge this video, guys. With this video, what I want you to do is I need a couple things. To promote this channel, I need some likes, some watch time, and of course, mainly subscribers. Guys, I currently have about 25 subscribers right now, and we need to boost that up to get the content out there. So what I need on this video, by June 15th, 2021, what I want you all to do is I need 100 likes on this video, and I need 100 subscribers. If I get that, every person that comments on this video will be put into a drawing. I will draw one lucky winner out, and I will be directly sending you a prize in return for that as a thank you. So thank you so much. I hope we accomplished the goal and we're able to get that done. Also, as far as rewards go, in the description below, there are two links, not one, but two. The first one is Webull. You can download their app, begin trading, and if you start an account, what they'll do is once you link your banking information to begin, attempting to put deposits in, they will give you a free stock. If you deposit up to $100, they will also give you an additional free stock worth up to $1,600. That's a great way to start a portfolio. The next link is for Robinhood. Now, with Robinhood, same kind of thing as the beginning with Webull. You set up an account, link your banking information, and they too will give you a free stock. Now, as a quick disclaimer, I too am going to get a free stock for every person that does this. So by helping yourself out, you help me out as well, and I do appreciate that. Now, guys, as I said, I do not want to waste your time, so let's dive into the content. Today, guys, it's very difficult to talk about what we're getting ready to, and that is failures. Financial failures. Everyone who invests doesn't get it right every time. Even the greatest investor of all time, Warren Buffett, has screwed up a couple times, and here's an example of him talking about it.
I went into U.S. Air. I bought a preferred stock in 1989. As soon as my check cleared, the company went into the red and never got out. I mean, it was really dumb. I mean, I've got an 800 number I call now whenever I think about buying an airline stock. I call them up any hour. Fortunately, I call them at 3 in the morning, and I just dial them. I say, my name's Warren. I'm an aeroholic, and I'm thinking about buying this thing. And they talk me down. I mean, it takes hours sometimes, but it's worth it. Believe me.
There you have it, guys. If even Warren Buffett, the greatest investor of all time, can screw up and laugh it off, we've got to be able to do the same. Now, my screw-ups are not nearly as hard on the pocketbook as Warren Buffett's, but maybe someday. We'll see what happens. So let's get into it. Number 3 is Gamestop. Now, before you stop the video, hear me out. I'm not manipulating the market. That's not what it's about. Just like you can get a free stock using the Robinhood link below, I did the same thing initially. I was watching a video, I clicked on the link, I got my free stock, and that stock happened to be GameStop. At the time, GameStop was trading for about $3 a share, and the reason is their business plan is just becoming obsolete. People are no longer going to retail stores to buy gaming systems and video games, controllers, memory cards, whatever it may be. They're doing it through e-commerce. The Amazons of the world, Best Buy, you can get it sent to your house, those kind of things, guys. And because of that, their profit margins continue to dwindle more and more. So at the time that I received the GameStop stock, it was about $3 a share, and it hovered there, maybe up to about $4 every week or two, something like that. And then came this guy. Now, if you do not know who this is, it is Ryan Cohen. Ryan Cohen is one of the co-founders of the website and company Chewy. Now, in August of 2020, Ryan Cohen bought 9% of the stake in GameStop. And on this news, the price of GameStop stock began to rise substantially. It went from about $3 all the way up to $10. And I went back to my old buddy Warren and I thought, hey, I know what he said before. It is buy on the news and sell on the news. What that means, guys, is if you are purchasing a company, okay, and you've done your research on the company, you know it's a good company, you want to buy or you want to extend your stake in the company when they've had some bad news, because bad news equates to a lower stock price. The stock price will drop, you buy it at that point. Conversely, if it's a good company that you believe in, they have a great business model, then what's going to happen is they'll have a lot of good news. And you sell on the days that there is good news because that is when you're going to make money. So I took it. I said, you know what? I'm going to take this $3 stock and I'm going to sell it for $10.60. And that's what I did. I thought I was the greatest investor of all time. I said, look at me now, Warren. There I go. Maybe you should take some notes from me. And then this happened. Wall Street Bets is a page and a community on Reddit. Now, what they have done is they have short squeezed these quote-unquote meme stocks. And what these meme stocks are Bed Bath & Beyond, AMC, and of course GameStop. Now, GameStop thus far has been their most successful short squeeze. Now, what a short is when hedge funds buy a substantial amount of stock in a particular company, and they actually buy extending options as well. So they can control more than the stocks that they actually own, and they can sell those options. They get premiums for those options, and if the price target goes up to where it is, they have to sell. If it does not, they don't. They keep the premiums, and that's how hedge funds make millions, if not billions of dollars every single week. Average Joe and the average Jane decided, hey, we're going to buy into GameStop. They're trying to short it, and let's show them. And by doing so, they bought a substantial amount of the company's shares that were available. And the price went up and went up and went up. And when it continued to go up, the hedge funds had to fulfill their options contracts and they had to pay premium prices. And the price of GameStop got all the way up to $483. I kid you not. It was insane. Now, should that company be valued at $483 a share? Absolutely not. But when these companies have to fulfill their options contracts, they have to pay a premium amount for it. Okay? So me selling for $10.60 and thinking I was the smartest investor in the world, I could have held on to my free stock. It would have been valued all the way up to $483, which I could have then sold, bought a stock of Apple, and been taking this from my number 3 in my top 3 worst financial mistakes to one of my best financial moves. But you live and you learn. Now, number 2. Number 2 is SPAC investing. Now, if you do not know what a SPAC is a special purpose acquisition company. And what they are essentially is a piggy bank. SPACs are a group of investors that come together, they have a lot of money, they group it together, and they apply for trading on the New York Stock Exchange. Once they are approved to begin trading on the New York Stock Exchange, they go on the prowl. They start looking for companies that have great business models, promising futures. They invest in those companies, and then essentially what they do is they merge with the company. When they merge with the company that they've merged with then takes over as the particularly traded stock. So instead of trading as the SPAC, it starts trading as the company that they merged with. Now, the SPAC that I invested in personally is Tortoise Acquisition Corp. Now, the reason that I believed in this company, because at the time, they were in talks to combine and merge with a company called Helion. We'll come back to Helion in a second. Now, Tortoise Acquisition at the time was trading for $20 per share. I bought 20 shares at about a $400 investment. And then it was confirmed they were going to combine and merge with Helion. Now, what Helion is, they are a company that produces electrified powertrain systems that can augment or fully replace traditional diesel or natural gas fueled powertrains. Its systems are designed to improve performance and lower total cost of ownership while leveraging the existing alternative fuel infrastructure. Pretty much, guys, what they're doing is the things that make commercial trucks, semi-trucks go, the motor, transmission, axles, all the powertrain system, they can take out and replace partially with an electrified version of that or completely switch it out with an electrified version. Now, by doing so, they are decreasing and making them much, much more fuel efficient in the augmented versions, and they are decreasing the overall carbon emissions substantially by doing so. Now, as we are moving closer and closer to a more environmentally friendly society and things like the Green New Deal are coming out, I thought that this company is going to thrive in the future. I still believe in this company. I still believe in their models. They are still progressing their production, and I think they're poised to make a good turnaround here very soon. But back to the merger. So once the news became effective that they were going to merge with Tortoise Acquisition, the price of that position began to increase. So my $20 stock quickly went to a $30 stock, and it stayed there for a while. Now, as we got closer and closer to the actual merger and the IPO essentially of Helion, it continued to climb more and more rapidly within the next couple of weeks prior to the actual merger. And then on the actual IPO date of Helion, the stock price got all the way up to $58. And at that point, I thought, oh wow, the sky's the limit. I'm going to hold on. Yeah, admittedly, I probably got a little greedy and held on a bit too long, but I truly did believe in the company, and I still do. So guys, I held on. And then some of the hype died out, and my $58 stock went down to about a $50 stock. And then about a week later, it went to a $35 stock, and then a $30 stock, and a $20 stock. And unfortunately, I have to admit, this past week, the stock reached its 52-week low of $7.82. Now, currently it has made a bit of a rebound, and it's trading at about $10 a share. And unfortunately, I have lost currently 50% of my total investment. Now, in hindsight, it's only $200. It's not that much. And I do still believe in this company. They do have a working prototype for a completely electrified semi-truck for industrial use. Therefore, I think this company will continue to thrive once they get a more cost-effective production strategy. And I'm going to continue to hold on. I'm going to ride or die it. If I lose everything, I've lost $400. If it makes a turnaround, great. I still believe in the company as we get more closer to an environmentally friendly society. Now, number one. This one stings, guys, because this is a $100,000 mistake, and that is in cryptocurrency. Now, I have not lost an actual $100,000 in cryptocurrency, but hear me out and I will explain. The time was May 17th, 2017. I went to a business dinner with a gentleman who had started a medical supply company, and he had done very well for himself, and we were talking about some investment advice. And he told me about this new asset that he had picked up per recommendations of a friend, and that asset was called Bitcoin. Now, if you do not know what Bitcoin is, you're probably still living under a rock because everybody hears about Bitcoin nowadays. But back then, it was not mainstream news. Nobody was talking about it. It was hard to even find information on the asset. But I went home after talking to him because he told me I bought this for $500. Within a couple months, it's now worth $2,000, and it looks like it's going to continue to go up. So I decided I'm going to look into it. So I educated myself on cryptocurrency at the time, and I thought, wow, there are some promising models. I understand what this means. So I decided to get into it. And I bought in at $2,300 for one Bitcoin, $90 for an Ethereum. I bought 30 total. And $27 for a Litecoin, which I also bought 30 total. That entire investment was $5,810, guys. Over the next couple months, I held on, and I was a new investor. I had just got my toe in the water of investing, and I thought, oh gosh, I better keep an eye on this, because if I don't, then what's going to happen is I'm going to either lose my money or I'm going to forget about it and those kind of things. And I was very emotionally invested. I was looking constantly. My wife was getting driven insane, and she was finally kind of fed up with it. And she said, well, you know, you're getting ridiculous and out of hand. And to be honest, I probably was. But I was also a new novice investor, and I was way too emotionally invested in it myself. Now, after it continued to climb, my $5,800 position went up to $8,500 within a couple months. And then China happened. Now, guys, at the time, China controlled about 15% of the world's total cryptocurrency, and they had 3 of the top 5 mining companies for cryptocurrency. If you do not know what mining cryptocurrency is, it's essentially where there's these supercomputers that solve very complex algorithms, kind of like the YouTube algorithm, and they essentially get Bitcoin, or they're able to make conversions, transactions, those kind of things of Bitcoin and other types of cryptocurrency. To do this, it takes a lot of energy, and that is why there's so much pushback on it. Well, China decided that they were going to begin some harsh regulations on the cryptocurrency market. They were not only regulating private transactions, but also companies were then banned from doing transactions with cryptocurrency. And also there was a lot of skepticism and speculation that they were going to ban mining at the time. And the position that I held at $8,500 quickly tanked overnight to $5,000. I had two people in my ear. I'm not going to say their names. One of them asked me personally not to, and the other one I just have respect for and will not do that. But two people were in my ear saying, you're going to lose everything. You got to get out. You got to get out. This is way too risky. You can't do it. You got to sell. You got to sell. And after hearing about it for several days and just watching it constantly, I decided I agree, and I sold out my position of 1 Bitcoin, 30 Ethereums, and 30 Litecoins at $5,200 for a $600 loss. Now, you may be saying, $600 loss really isn't that bad at all. And you are 100% correct. I would 1,000% agree with that. But the problem is what it might have been today. Today, as of the time that I am filming this on May 31st, 2021, Bitcoin is currently priced at $36,923.30. Ethereum is priced at $2,635.36, and Litecoin is priced at $184.10. That total investment as of today would have been worth $121,507.10. That means, guys, $115,700 of lost opportunity. That is a tough one to swallow. That would have been my student loans. That would have been an investment property. That would have been a whole lot that could have happened with that money. Now, ultimately, guys, I cannot blame anyone else. I am the one that decided to sell. I caved in. I did it. I was way too emotional. And because of that, I have paid for it in the long run. Overall, I have got back into cryptocurrency. I have extended my position on certain things, and I am quite profitable in my investment overall, including the $600 loss from before. But with that being said, guys, you got to do a couple things. As the motto of this channel says, you've got to educate yourself, invest wisely, and be prosperous. Guys, please do not forget about the challenge. Give me those likes. Please get 100 subscribers. Share the video. Get people involved. And who knows, maybe you will win the prize. Or someone that you have invited will win the prize. And that would be great. Also, guys, don't forget in the description below the links for Webull and Robinhood to get your free stocks and to get me some free stocks in return. I appreciate it very much. Guys, I wish nothing but prosperity for you. Until next time, I'll miss you. I love you. Peace.